ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागम् पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्. Adorations to Lord Rama, whose complexion is like a blue lotus, very tender and delightful in appearance. Sita is seated on his left side and is carrying powerful bow and arrow in his hands. Sri Ramcharitmanas in Ayodhya Kand, and verse number is 249, and the context is that Bharata, Shatrugna, along with all the select personalities from Ayodhya, they are coming with the project of taking Rama back to Ayodhya as the king of Ayodhya. Presently, they are all in the place where Rama, Sita and Lakshmana are dwelling. It is a forest site. And all those people have come there, staying in Rama's ashram, and from there we continue our further story. Sarani saro ruhab jagabihag kujat kunjat bring vair bigat viharat bipin mriga bihanga bahurang. At this stage, the forest residence of Rama is described as Ram Shail, Ram Ban. Ram Shail means Rama's mountain. Ban, Rama's forest. In this Rama's setting, there are small lakes decked with blossoming lotuses, and there are aquatic creatures, waterfowls, not fouling the lake, but making wonderful sound. Hummingbirds, humming bees, beasts of various colors, all these are roaming around. The forest is very enchanting, where Rama dwells. You're being entertained by story, the subtle meaning behind it. That this is your ideal to reach through your spiritual sadhana. The world you live in is Rama's ashram. All the mountains that see, they are all Rama's mountains, Rama's lakes. And more surprisingly, your body is Rama's body. Your nose is Rama's nose. But we don't go to that height at this stage. But that's where the intention is behind all these teachings. As you develop the subtle sensitivity and insight that the whole world is permeated by God's presence, and that God abides right within your own heart, as the director of your mind, intellect, ego, As that sensitivity begins to develop, the world around you becomes a source of inspiration. By inspiration, what we mean is you begin to live your life purposefully, not purposelessly. You are living your life only burdened by worries and anxieties, doing karmas unwittingly, creating more mental complexities, pain to yourself and pain to others. If that is a lifestyle, then you are far from Rama's ideal ashram. The whole world becomes Ravana's place. Now let's go with the storyline. Kol kirat bhilla banavasi, madhu suchi sundar swadu sudhasi, bhari bhari paran kuti rachiruri, kandamula phala ankur juri. The dwellers of the forest, they have become a profound devotees of Lord Rama. They are described as Kol, Kirat, Bhil. They are different grades of forest tribes. So they, seeing this immensely surprising occasion of select personalities from Ayodhya, all have come. They used to have dreams of visiting Ayodhya. But it was practically impossible for them. But now Ayodhya has been drawn to them. All the people come because of Rama, Lakshmana, Sita. So, lovingly, they want to welcome these select personalities who had come. In other words, they want to give respect to Bharata, Shatrugna, sage Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, and all the great personalities. In a storyline, everything becomes possible. And how are they doing it? They bring some leaves and put them artistically, fold them, it becomes like little katoris. Put honey in them. So they have a special forest honey. They bring that along and other items of the food, kanda, mool, phal, ankur. Kanda is bulbous fruits. Carrots, etc., roots. Fruits, you know, and sprouts. These were the basic food of the forest tribe. And they are bringing the whole set of food in leafy plates and presenting them to the reverential personalities of Ayodhya. Sabahi dehi kari binay pranama, kahi kahi swad bhed gun nama. They go on giving different items and they go on telling the names of the items. How does it taste? How does it, what are the benefits? Calories? I'm joking. Nourishment. Dehi log bahumul nadehi, ferat ram dohai dehi. People give them some valuable price and they wouldn't touch anything, saying, that in the name of Rama, please don't give this to us. And further they explain why. Kahi saneha magana mridubani, मानत साधु प्रेम पहचानी, तुम सुकृति हम नीच निषादा, पावा दर्शन प्राम प्रसादा. Overwhelmed with love, divine love. They speak in very tender, sweet language. And they say, all of you are saintly personalities. Why don't you recognize our love? If you recognize it, you won't buy it. By showing money, you are buying my love, our love. So please don't insult our love. It is our great fortune that by Sri Rama's grace, we have been blessed with the darshan of all of you who have come from Ayodhya. Hamahi agama ati darasu tumhara, jasamaru dharani deva dhuni dhara. For us to have your darshan is impossible. Just like for a desert land to have the miracle of Ganges flowing into the desert. That's not possible. But this has become possible by God's grace. You have come, all of you, here in this forest land. And behold how Sri Rama has showered his grace on Guha Nishad. And we are all related to Guha Nishad as subjects as well as family members. Yah jiye jani sakoch taji kariye chohu lakhinehu hamahi kirtarat karan lagi phalatrin ankur lehu. Knowing this, the love that we have for you, please accept our offerings of fruits, sprouts, and etc. Here's an echo of Gita's statement. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo mam bhaktya prayachyati. In other words, offerings made, all offerings in the name of love are being made to God. God is the source behind the love. And it is not your precious objects to be offered. It's not worldly value that makes your offering precious. Your bhavana behind it, your feeling, your type of attitude. So even if you are offering just a little leaf, bilwa leaves before Shiva, and you can have immense shower of grace on you. This is not to discourage your offering, but to encourage you to have bhavana, feeling behind what you offer. Offering, not give value to the type of offering you are making. At the mass, general level, very kindergarten level, people give so much attention to all the items that you must be needed in a particular ritual. And if these items are perfectly secure and well bought from the best shops, then you consider your puja has been successful. So that's a human view of success. divine view, what your bhavana has been in your heart, feeling and love of God, surrender to God. But simple point also to understand. If you lack that bhavana, you begin your offering even at this stage, giving a value to external offering. But as you begin to go through it, the worship movement creates its own miracle. At the same time, if you have that sensitive understanding, then you will not be losing all your time in collecting things, but you will be advancing by enhancing your bhavana, feeling for God, God's presence. यह हमारी अति बड़ी सेवकाई, लेहिन बासन बसन चोराई, हम जड़ जीव जीव गन घाती, कुटिल कुचाली कुमति कुजाती. Those tribal people, they are expressing their feeling of great rejoicing state of mind. But at the same time, they are describing themselves as little people, not just ordinary little. They say, we are wretched personalities in the forest. We are used to practice violence and steal clothes, vessels, and we are not doing all this for you. So, that you must consider a miracle. We are kutil, crooked, kuchali, without proper conduct, kubuddhi, without proper intellect, kujati, without having a cultured caste. This again you must realize, this is a saintly language. Mosam kaun kutil khalakami. But this language is not language of humiliation. You try to understand the profound psychology behind it. Saintly person, when he wishes boon from God, his attention goes to countless souls that are struggling in the world process. And those souls are in that state because of sinful karmas. Countless personalities, they are kutil, crooked, unrighteous conduct, dull wits, and so forth. And saintly heart identifies with all of them. It's another way of saying, Sarve bhavantu sukhina. O God, shower your grace, not just on me, all people. Because I am there. I am the kutil, crooked one. I am the degraded one. I am spread all over. And it is highlighting the quality of humility. You may have lots of virtuous qualities, but if you are very proud of your virtues, then all your virtues become tainted by abhiman, egoism. पाप करत निशिबासर जाही, नहीं पट कटि नहीं पेट अघाही. We spend our day and night just doing sinful karmas. And in spite of all that, we don't have even proper clothes to wear and to proper meals to fill our stomach. So we are so wretched and poor. Even in our dream, how can we possess dharma buddhi, righteous intellect? But you find in us gracious qualities, and that's because of Sri Rama's darshan. Because Rama abides here with us. Therefore, if you find anything gracious in us, it is Rama's glory. जब ते प्रभु पद पदुम निहारे मिटे दुसा दुख दोष हमारे. Since we have seen the lotus feet of Rama, all our troubles have been alleviated. All our impurities and defects have faded away. लागे सराहन भाग सब अनुराग बचन सुना वहीं बोलनी मिलनी सिय राम चरण स्नेह लकी सुख पावहीं नर नारी निज रही नेहु निज सुनि कोल भिल्लिन की गिरा तुलसी कृपा रघुवंश मनि की लोह लय लंग लौका तिरा. All were pleased to hear the words of these tribal people who of forest dwellers, seeing the way they act, they meet, and how much devotion they have to the lotus feet of Rama and Sita. They are extremely thrilled and they praise these coal hills, these forest tribes. And hearing their loving words and gracious expressions, they look at themselves as if they are lacking. So they have that type of reaction. Behold, I am not as much. Look at this person. How wonderful, simple, humble, how blessed. That's why spiritual aspirants develop jealousy. Jealous of virtuous qualities. And that's wonderful. Tulsidas Ji says, he who has received the grace of God, for him to cross over the ocean of the world process is perfectly possible. Even if a person has been like a piece of iron, he can carry the boat on his back and cross over a river by Rama's grace. Just simple puzzle. Boat, you enter boat and boat takes you across. But instead of boat taking you across, iron, sheet of iron takes the whole boat and takes across. Iron is one that drowns fast. It will simply drown the whole thing. Not so. It takes the whole boat on the back, a big rocky form of the iron. It's all allegorical literature. The idea is, no matter how negative we might have been, how Negative may appear in the eyes of others. If you have developed devotion, not only you cross over the world process, but you become a powerful medium to enable others to cross over. You can figure that out. बिहार रही बन चाहू और प्रति जिन प्रमुदित सालो बिहार रही बन बहु और प्रतिदिन प्रमुदित लोग सब जल ज्यों दादुर मोह भये पीन पावस प्रथम. Day by day, people who have come to be in that forest where Rama, Sita are, and Lakshmana also, they are so delighted to be in that atmosphere. Just like animals and birds delight when the first shower of rain begins to come. Frogs very quickly fatten themselves and croak. Peacocks dance. So that was the type of rejoicing people of Ayodhya are enjoying. Purjana nari magana ati priti, basar jahi palak samabiti. It's so delightful is the experience that men and women of Ayodhya, they are passing their time with such delight that it seems a long duration passes as if they have just twinkled their eyes. In very short duration, in their experience, it has been a short duration. 24 hours, it's just 2 hours. If you are rejoicing. And if you are not rejoicing, just 1 hour can be 10 hours. Siya sasu prati besha banai, sadar karai sarasa sevakai. Sita Devi attended on all the women, queens. In those days there used to be a lot of queens with in the harem of the kings. As well as there were many women who had come. Sita Devi assumed so many forms as there were those women. Everyone found Sita serving in a very respectful manner. Lakha na maram rama binu koi kahu, maya sab siya maya mahu. But this mystery was not understood by anyone except Sri Rama. This again is a subtle point. Most simple point is that if you receive proper attention, a respectful treatment, it's a form of blessing. That is, source of that blessing is Prakriti Devi. That Prakriti Devi takes so many forms. Sita Devi is not, Rama is not a human being. Rama is God. Sita Devi is Prakriti Devi, playing a special role of intuitive buddhi, viveka buddhi. So, every now and then, when Rama meets so many people, creates the same maya, as if he met everyone separately. And Sita did the same thing. Siya sasu seva basakinhi, tin lakhi Sukha Sikha Asis Dinhi. And Sita ji also served mother-in-laws, and they offered their blessings on Sita Devi. Lakhe siya sahit saral do bhai, kutil rani pachitani agai. In this state, seeing the gracious nature of Rama and Lakshmana, Kaikeyi was full of regrets. This is a storyline. Kaikeyi was responsible to send them to forest. And now, at this stage, her mind has been influenced by all the love of people. The subtle point behind is, again, if you are coming to deeper study, the picture of Vedanta that is presented to you in the beginning lacks sweetness. Picture of Vedanta is snake on the rope. Neither do you love snake nor the rope. Neti, neti. Brahman is not this, not this, not this. Nothing lovable about it. So, all that I am leading you to understand, integral yoga is what makes any yoga successful. But integral yoga, if your inquiring process, Kaikeyi is inquiring process, begins to mature, come to mature with integral aspect, then the inquiry process has become blessed. But this is the role of inquiry. In the beginning, it doesn't have all the quality. As you advance, Kaikeyi plays her role, and ultimately in the Ramayana, Rama loves Kaikeyi immensely. I will not go into that detail in that direction. Lokahun ved vidit kabhi kahi, Rama bimukh thalu narak nalahi. All the scriptures, sages, and people who are well versed in righteous deeds, they all say that if anyone is opposed to Rama, he will not find space even in hell. God did it. Thank God. That is allegorical language. Even hell is not sufficient for punishing the person who doesn't love Rama. More philosophically, whether you go to hell or heaven, it is not going to be always there. This is all transient experiences. They were all in doubt. What will happen? Will Rama go back to Ayodhya or not? The suspense is there. Nishi na need nahi bhook din, Bharat bikal suchi soch, नीच कीच बिच मगन जस मी नहीं salil sankoch. Bharata goes through his own experience in a profound way. He doesn't sleep in the night. During the day, he ignores his hunger. He doesn't feel hungry because he is constantly immersed in the project of how to take Rama back And in that project, his mind is so caught up, described allegorically, just like a fish swimming through muddy water. Kini matu miskal kuchali, iti bhiti jasa pakat sali, keh bhidi hoi Ram abhisheku, mohi aval kalat upavana eku. And Bharata, of course, due to his sentiments, turns to Kaikeyi and says nasty things about her. But at this stage, Bharata says that in divine plan, led by my mother, we are facing this critical situation. Just like a paddy field at the time of very enriched type of vegetation. Paddy field, all the paddies are very blossoming and in a ripened state. And then suddenly a swarm of locusts descend and destroy the field. That was how Kaikeyi's action destroyed all the expectations of people. But now, how will Rama come back to Ayodhya as the king of Ayodhya? This Bharata is thinking within himself, but he is unable to find any simple course of action. Avasi phirahi gura aaya sumani, muni puni kahab Ram ruchi jani, matu kaheu bahurahi kargurayu, Ram janani at karabiki kau. And he goes on thinking within himself, talking to himself, that if Guru Vasishtha orders Rama to go back to Ayodhya, he will go back to Ayodhya. But Guru Vasishtha will not say anything unless he finds Rama in agreement with what he is going to say. If Kaushalya Devi, mother, were to say to Rama to come back to Ayodhya, will that be possible? This is called Sankalpa Vikalpa. Will Kaushalya Devi say that to Rama? Mohi anuchar karke tikbata, tehi mah kusamau vam vidhata, jo hat karau tanipat kukaramu, har girite guru sevak dharamu. I am just a servant facing challenging time. Vidhata Brahma and his scheme is against me. If I were to persist, I will be doing negative karma. In other words, if I were to go on insisting with Rama, you have to come, you have to come. But this sevak dharam, that I am a servant, I should not impose on Rama to do anything. That is a very heavy task for the servant. It is a heavier than lifting Kailasha mountain along with Shiva. Ekau jugati nam man taharani, sochat bharatahi raini bihani. So many possibilities Bharata thought about, so many ways to approach this topic. But none of the plans seem to be perfect. Entire night passed on and Bharata didn't come to any conclusion. How should he approach this subject? That's what his question is. Having taken bath, next day early in the morning, he came to Rama, bowed at his feet. But just at that time, someone came with the message of sage Vasishtha. The sage Vasishtha had called them. Gurupad Kamal Pranam Kari Baithe Aaya Supai Vipra Mahajan Sachiva Sab Jure Sabha Sadai. Bharata, having adored the lotus feet of sage Vasishtha, and this is a setting of whole assembly of people, and Guru Vasishtha is with them. And the people imply, ministers, all the Brahmins, all the royal assembly gathered together. This is the first time the whole setting together to handle this question, how to take Rama back to Ayodhya. And with this I will be concluding today. Om. Om. Ram, 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 Ram. Om Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras, grace of God over all of you. And may all of you be blessed with Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukumva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyama Mritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.